Hello, everyone. My name is Angel Russell. I am originally from Atlanta, Georgia. I currently live in Richmond, Virginia, and I am here to talk to you about your careers. So, what I want to say is that what you are experiencing right now, the time in your life, is the most amazing and exciting time in your life. And a lot of people are asking you questions right now about what you want to do in college, what you want to major in, and then also what you want to do after college. And there may be some uncertainty around that. And I'm here to tell you that that uncertainty is okay. I am here to give you 4 tips to navigate that uncertainty. Before I go into that, I just want to tell you a little bit about my career. I went to law school at the Charleston School of Law. I also went and finished my law degree at the American University College of Law in Washington, D.C. After that, I went and worked on Capitol Hill, and then I worked for various nonprofit organizations. I actually never had to practice law, which was amazing, but I didn't even know that that was an option while I was even in law school. It wasn't until I went to Washington, D.C. and talked to a few people that I understood that practicing law and being in the courtroom and honestly being at your desk for 18 hours a day wasn't all there was, to offer in the legal field. And so I was very happy and grateful that I ran across people who did something different with their law careers. I also am doing digital marketing right now with my own firm and a business partner for nonprofit organizations and for-profit organizations. And I also have my own brand, How to Be a Right Hand, which teaches people who are in support positions how to be amazing at their work. So as you can see, my journey in my career has not been linear. I don't anticipate that it will continue to be, and I'm perfectly okay with that. What I have been loving is that I've been pursuing a lot of what has made sense for me and what I'm talented in. And I'm very excited to share with you, again, 4 ways to navigate career uncertainty when you are about to embark on your college career. 1, make sure that you understand that college careers and your post-college life will not be a one-size-fits-all. A lot of times people think that when you go into college and that when you graduate, that you're supposed to know what you're going to do for the rest of your life. And honestly, that is untrue. I only know one person out of all the people I know. I only know one person who, when he was 7 years old, said that he wanted to be a meteorologist, and 30 years later, he's still a meteorologist. Everyone else, their career has been fluid. I honestly know so many doctors, so many lawyers, so many engineers who went into those fields and then decided that they didn't want to do that anymore, either immediately afterwards or after they had been in the profession for a while. And I think that it's because they did what was sexy or what was necessary first, and then they pursued what their real heart and passion led them to. And so I would say that don't feel fearful that you're making a decision for the rest of your life. You're honestly making a decision right now on how to start your career and how to start your life, but it does not have to end there. Number 2, I would say to explore different positions as much as possible. Do not think that just because you want to be a lawyer that you only need to explore being a prosecutor or a defense attorney. No, if you want to be an attorney, if you want to be a doctor, there are absolutely so many different ways for you to really mold and craft your career in a way that makes sense for you. I would say to make sure to go onto LinkedIn to see how people's careers have progressed. I would say to make sure you talk to your college counselor or to people who you know in your community who have explored different career paths to make sure that you understand what those requirements are for being in those spaces. Is it 18 hours a day? Do you have to work on weekends? What excites them the most? about their professions and then what challenges them the most about those professions. So I would absolutely say to make sure that you explore what's around you, but then also what's out of your reach or what is outside of your comfort zone to make sure that you know what the different options are out there. The world is your oyster, so you can honestly create your own career in a way that suits you. Number three, I would say to make sure to tap in to what you are naturally good at. If you have been told by your friends that you have an amazing ability to plan, or if your friends are always calling on you to help solve problems, or if your friends are, telling you that you have, just an amazing way with people, pay attention to that. Make sure you tap into what you're naturally good at, what your gifts are, what you're naturally talented in, and not necessarily what you're passionate about. Because you could be passionate about music, but you may not be, that might not be the career path for you. It could be something that you pursue, I would say, as a hobby. But what are you naturally good at? What just comes really great to you? For me, it was organizing. I knew that I could look at a mess of a room and I would have ideas on how to pull it all together. It meant that I would be an amazing person to be a COO one day, for example, of an organization if I thought that that was what I would want to do. So make sure you pay attention, pay close attention to what you are naturally good at and what just makes your heart soar. And number four, and this is not as big a tip, but I would say that it's something that you need to pay attention to. And that would be, what are your financial requirements? Don't go get $100,000, career degree in teaching, for example, and know that you would have a real problem paying that back, or that if you pursue teaching and you got an expensive career degree, that you wouldn't be able to qualify for some sort of loan forgiveness. Make sure that your earning potential is matching what you're spending on college. I will also say, make sure you understand what kind of person you are. If you're a throw it in the bag type of person and you want to be on yachts every weekend, then you probably don't want to go be, someone who goes and picks up garbage, unless you are the person who owns the garbage company. So there are different ways that we can approach this, but just make sure you're keeping what your requirements are in mind. If you have family that you need to take care of, if you have children that you need to worry about, make sure that you are keeping that in mind. I hope these 4 tips were very, very helpful to you. I am so excited that you are a part of Uprooted Academy, and I can't wait to hear all about your careers. Bye.